Now your body's got me feeling like spinning. With a back home, I could come to live in. And that ain't kind of pretty. You back it up for me, baby. Oh, have mercy. First one, first one. Take it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Really wanna work inside. Think you're gonna change it. I do like you don't think it's as we go our separate ways. I should say this relationship. When I'm happy, baby, I ain't happy, baby. Cause there's so many other things I gotta deal with. I think that you should let it burn. Saving your body, don't want to know. And let it go. Just my body ain't jumping like anything. No, no. Living on the stage, let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. Deep down, you know it's best with but you. Ain't the thought of being with someone else, but you know that it's over. You need it. Let it burn. Let it burn. Let it burn. And I'm just saying that I ain't supposed to. Somebody here, but I want to. Cause the feeling ain't the same. By myself calling her your name. They just tell me, do you understand? Now I'm up and listening to my pain. It's the way I feel. Made a mistake, now it's too late. She ain't coming back, but I gotta do now. Give me my shorty back. Man, I don't know when I'm gonna do this. You've been gone for 11 days. Umpteen hours. People that you return. Stay don't want to go. Let it go. Just go. For the party and something get used to. Living on the stage, let it burn. Ain't the thought of being someone so that it's so think I'm not start very loud or shall we come and the instructor or the person who will be taking you through this course. His name is Victor Janga. I'll talk to you in a few minutes. Victor, are you around? Hello, Victor. I think we can now start.
Hey, hello guys. Hope mnanipata. Hello.
Yo,
Yes, we are getting you.
are getting you.
My name is Victor. All right.
We're getting you.
All right. Thank you. My name is Victor. I am a JavaScript developer, and I'll be taking you through the basics. I've been working with JavaScript for quite a while now. So, yeah, I will share something with you guys. So, at any particular point, kama uko na swali, feel free to do so. So, I'll be sharing my screen. So, make sure you code along with me. Kama you are using your laptop, I recommend to me you have your code editor open so that tutaweza kuunganisha pamoja. So I'll be sharing my screen. Hope are you guys seeing my screen from your end?
No, you can't see it.
I'm not able to see your screen.
We can't see your screen.
Just a minute.
All right.
So are we together now? Hope you can see my screen now.
Yeah.
So we are going to start with the basics of JavaScript. It was year 1995 when JavaScript was invented by this guy, Brendan H. So kitu moja unafaa kujua about JavaScript is the most widely used programming language. Every website that you know of, it is running JavaScript. So then we have a standard, a body that defines the standard of JavaScript. Mara mingi when you're working with JavaScript, you will hear of ES6, which is the EMA script. It defines the standard of JavaScript. Then JavaScript runs in the browser. Kama you are having Chrome, it has a JavaScript engine. If you have a browser like Brave, it has a JavaScript engine, and you can be able to run JavaScript code in it. Now you're actually going to do that right away. So in your browser, natumia Edge browser, you can click anywhere on your screen. Then utaona inspect option or pop-up menu. Just click it, guys. Yeah, if you're on your laptop size, you can try these things with me. It'll be easier to understand. So make sure you are on the console tab. Then hapa kwa console tab, you can write any valid JavaScript code. So I don't know why all these errors, but ignore them. Lakini down here, you can write any valid JavaScript code. For instance, let me write in a JavaScript statement. Console, bring something to the console. Console.log. Here's how you print something on the console. Wow. I can see a typing error. Sorry about that. Console log no world. Hitting enter. Nasema divine. I don't know. Why it is saying undefined. But you should be getting the output of the console. Let me probably try another browser. I don't know why all these errors. But in a real world application, you do it in a code editor. So let me do it in the editor. So you have a notion of using VS Code. We have others like Sublime Text. It is not of preference here. So this is hope you can see my code editor, guys. Hello. Unanipata?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can get you.
Can you see my code editor?
I don't think so. Yeah, we can see your tab. That is the Microsoft Edge tab.
All right. Let me share my editor right now. So hope you are seeing my editor.
Yeah, we can see it. I can see it.
Yeah. So this is a random. This is a HTML file. We have the boilerplate here. So suppose we want to write some valid JavaScript code. The way we go about it, actually, you introduce some script elements. Within the script elements, this is where you can write valid JavaScript code. You open the script tag and close it. And within the script tag, you can write invalid JavaScript code. Something like, let us print something at the console. Console.log world. Now to see the output of our JavaScript here, we can do it two ways. Either running it directly in the browser or kwa terminal yako. If you have Node, install. Now Node is a runtime environment, a JavaScript runtime environment. And yeah, that is a complex topic that we will discuss later on. For now, we will be running it in the browser. But just to demonstrate how you can run JavaScript in the terminal, but you have that anything like you type node and the file, the JavaScript file yenye wanayo kwa data yako. But this is not going to work because we don't have a JavaScript file right here. You can see kwa files zetu, kwa project structure, we have index.html and a readme file. So to have this working, we need a JavaScript file. You can call it index.js. And here we can write the JavaScript that we wrote within the script tags. Okay, so we get rid of that and then reference our JavaScript file by saying source of our file our index.js. Save that, then kwa JavaScript file yetu we copy what we had written within the script tags. Now kwa terminal yetu, so what we are going to do is mentioning the name of the JavaScript file, index.js. On running that, you can see the output hello world. Now let us do this but in the browser. So for code editor yako, if you are using VS Code, make sure you have the live server, right? The live server kwa extensions. So how you get that ni on the sidebar, kuna all these options right here. Utakuja kwa extensions tab, iko hapa. Here there are thousands of extensions to boost your, to enhance your speed on your writing code. Search for live server. Live server by Microsoft. I have it installed. Kama hauna, you can install that later on. And kenye nakusaidia ni you can click go live. Utapata this option right here down here. And on clicking go live, it is going to open your default browser. Let's give it a minute, guys. Let me share that screen. Just a minute. Just a minute. I hope you can see my screen. You'll be having my code editor side by side.
No, we can't.
Okay, just a minute, let me fix that. Tuko pamoja sasa.
Yeah, it's working.
Hope you can see my code editor on the left side now. Browser the right side.
Yeah.
Good. So we have the browser on the right side, and one way of running JavaScript in the terminal. We got the output right here. Now for browser, if you want to see the JavaScript output, you click inspect, then you will have make sure you are on the console tab. Now on reloading our page, you're supposed to be seeing the output right here. I don't know why is it not working. Let me save my HTML file and see if you're going to see the results. Now you can see we have the output in the console in our browser. So this is my my browser. This is the HTML file, and the JavaScript is running in the console. We have our output hello world. So next we'll be looking at the characteristic of JavaScript. First of all, it is dynamic, meaning that you have the choice to play around with it the way you have the freedom to leverage the functionalities of JavaScript and its abilities. Then it is high level, kumaanisha it does not have access to low level resources like CPU. A compiler does the job actually. It is loosely typed, yani kumaanisha JavaScript does not pay much attention to the syntax like other languages like Java. It is interpreted, kumaanisha you can simply understand the syntax. Then we have multi-paradigm, kumaanisha it is advanced enough that you can use it in a variety of applications. So we proceed to the JavaScript syntax, and whenever I come across a topic that requires me writing code, nitafanya hivyo. At any particular point, kama uko na swali, feel free to do so. The JavaScript syntax, there are a set of rules that has to be followed when you are writing JavaScript code. We have the white space, the case sensitivity, the literals, identifiers, and comments. We are going to go into details in a few. So the white space refers to the characters which are used to provide horizontal or vertical space between other characters. So ukiangalia our code right here, now we have got our JavaScript files. If you have several lines of code or a block of JavaScript code, there will be spaces for code readability. Then we have case sensitivity. JavaScript is very sensitive when it comes to the way you arrange your variables and that kind of stuff. Then we have comments. Let me write some JavaScript code so that I can be able to demonstrate this. And let me initialize a variable. Let's name, set it to, my name is Victor. We terminate the JavaScript code by putting a semicolon. Kama kuna any errors, you can see JavaScript inaweka another line. So this is how you initialize a variable. Now, if you want to comment this, now I'm demonstrating comments right here. So this is a single JavaScript line. This is a, yeah. So if you want to comment this, for keyboard yako, you can click Control/. All right. This is a single line. So what comments do, they make reading code easier. Alafu, they are not executed. So the compiler ignores comments, it is not executed. Yeah, hiyo ndio kazi ya comments. Now that is one single line of code. Suppose you have a block of code, unataka ku comment. What you do, yeah, let me initialize another variable. Let age, set it to 23. Then you terminate that line of code with a semicolon. So these are two lines of code. Suppose nataka kuzicomment zote zikuwe within, we can close these two lines ikuwe comment moja. How you go about it? You have you put a / at the beginning of your code and an asterisk star for you. Then hapa mwisho you put another star and a /. So that's a comment, a multi-line comment. All right. Now we proceed to we proceed to literals. Now in JavaScript we have various literals. We have string literals, object literals, that kind of stuff. So kwa code yetu hapa, if I uncomment this, have two types of literals here. This is a string literals, equal within those columns right there. Then we have, this is a number literal. It is not enclosed within columns. Right? I mean quotes. Sorry about that. Yeah, string equal enclosed within within quotes. Alafu number or integers, they are left the way they are. Alright? So then we proceed to identifiers. These are more of variables, functions, and properties. Alright? Then we proceed to semicolon, values and variables. Now, a variable are these namings mnaona hapa hivi. They store values. These are like short-term memories, computer memories, temporary memory ya kustore a value. That is the function of a variable. So yeah, that is all about semicolon, values and variables. Kama kuna any swali, please feel free to do so. If no any question, we proceed to data types. We have two types of data types, primitive data types and non-primitive data types or reference types. So for primitive data types, we have a list actually, and above them we have the numbers, strings, boolean, undefined, and null. Now it will be easier if I demonstrate this. So far, here you have a string, this is a number. Another data type is a boolean. So let me initialize a variable. Let me let order the programmer was to true. So this is a boolean. It can be either true or false. All right. And if you guys notice, natumia let sana. There are three ways you can initialize a variable. Unaweza tumia let, ama const or var. A const is where you don't intend to reassign your variables later on. A var, this is actually, previously we used to initialize variables this way, but now according to ES6 standards, the ECMAScript standards 2015, this one is deprecated. It's not the right way, it's not the best practice to initialize your variables this way. So stick to let if you are intending to reassign your variables later on, and const if you don't want your variables to be interfered with later on. So another data type, we have discussed string, number, and boolean. Another data type is undefined. So suppose we have let something like a first name. We set it to undefined. Means it doesn't have a value. Now, if I console logged I console log first name and get the type of the first name. Let me enclose this within brackets, then use a JavaScript keyword to check the data type. This is how you check the data type of no, and this is supposed to be, yeah, this is how you check the data type of a variable. Let me use the conventional way of running JavaScript. You can also do this in the browser. You can see we get an output of undefined. So this is how you check the value of the type of your variables. If I want to check age, then repeat the same thing right here. Yes, get a number, and yeah, on the right side you can see our code is running. On saving our code, at the console, we are getting the output right here. We have the output number. So another data type, yeah. I guess this one is yeah, the last one. We have null. So let's married. Why do we set it to null? Yeah. These are the data types. The null one is where you set a variable to, like, you leave it empty, probably with an intention of changing its value in the future. Right? Hope mpaka sasa tuko pamoja. Let me get a verbal yes. Sawa sawa. Na kama kuna any swali, feel free to ask, ili tuko on the same page. So we are done with the data types. We proceed to expressions. An expression is a single unit of JavaScript code. The JavaScript engine can evaluate and return a value. We have the arithmetic expressions, we have the string expressions, logical expressions, and yeah, I guess it would be better off if I demonstrate this. So the arithmetic expressions, this is why you have like the ordinary hesabu unajua. Like we can do simple computations for JavaScript. Let me get rid of that. Add a number one. Is set to 2. Then another number, we call it number 2. Set this to something like 5. So suppose you want to do a simple mathematical operation right here, maybe addition. You can simply do so in JavaScript. Let us initialize another JavaScript, another variable result, and set it to number 1. As this is a mathematical expression. You can also log to get the result. Yeah, you can see right here we have 7. I don't know whether you can see my screen, but yeah, we have the result right here. We have 7, and this is the one way of getting an output in JavaScript. We have others like other keywords like alerts. We get an alert right here with the result, right? So we move on to operators. All right. Operators allow you to get to simple expressions and combine them to form a more complex expression. We classify operators based on operands they work with. Okay. So here we did a simple mathematical expression, mathematical computation right here with JavaScript. Now you can move on to more advanced, more complex operations with JavaScript. It comes with all those privileges, right? So we are going to get into detail right away. So with JavaScript, let us start with the assignment operators. Here is where you equate a variable with its value, right? Let me demonstrate that. Yeah, we have let number 1 right here, and we are equating it to 2. Now this is an assignment operator. We have assigned number 1 a value which is 2. All right. Then we have other operators like comparison operators. This is why you try to compare different values in JavaScript. So you can say something like previous values right here. Try to compare the two values with JavaScript. You can say something like number 2 is greater than number 1. Yeah. So this is a comparison, and you are doing this with JavaScript with code. Then yeah, we have various comparison operators, starting with the double equal sign. Yeah, the double equal sign. Now this one. Let me explain this. Suppose you have number 1 set to a star in JavaScript equates to a multiplication sign, for example. So now this is 4. In other words, output any 4. Right? And number 2, we set it to 4. Another way of saying this is number 1 equals double equal sign number 2. Right? These are how like they are similar. Zikiwa ukiweka double equal sign. Then we have not equal. So if we set number 2 to 5, yeah, to 5, it will be like saying exclamation mark equal number 2. Maanisha number 1 is not equal number 2. All right. Then we have less than sign, the less sign operator. Maanisha it is less than, that is self-explanatory. Then we have greater than or equal to. We can set a number 3, initialize a variable right here, and then we set it to something like 10. Then hapa hivi chini nisema comparison operator kasi say number 3 equals to greater than or equal to 5. I mean, or equal to number 2 is greater than number 2. So in other words, this will be like or we set our kumaanisha number 3 ni kubwa or equal to number 2. So in number 2 ni it would make sense if we the value like 15. And now this makes sense. Kumaanisha number 3 and set a value like myself here. Makes sense. Number 3 ni greater than number 2. And you can see everything here. Our values gonna correspond in our expression right here. And then we have greater than, self-explanatory. I won't be explaining that. We have strict not equal. So tukirudi kwa code yetu, we had something like this before. We had this. This is not equal to. Now if we add another equal sign, kumaanisha it is not like strictly kabisa, it is not equal. Adding a double equal sign, having more than a double equal sign, or having 3 mathematical operators inamaanisha like strict kabisa. Then we have strict equal sign. In kumaanisha it is equal and you cannot reassign that. Then we have covered comparison operators in details, so we proceed to arithmetic operators. So this is why JavaScript gets interesting. When you are doing serious operations, you are going to require these operators. Kuna incrementing, we have a remainder. Now let me demonstrate this. Let me get rid of number 2 and number 1. And set number 1 to 8. Now, using the arithmetic operators, now kutumia a percentage sign inamaanisha the remainder, right? So if we have an odd number like 7, then we want to console log a value, like we want to find the even number, the closest even number. The remainder itakuwa 1 because the nearest even number is 6 ama 8. All right. So this is how we get a remainder in JavaScript. Then we have an increment. If you have a value like 7, and probably you are doing a loop, a for loop, which you are going to look into later on, and you want to add a value every time a function runs, you're going to need to increment each and every time. Utatumia double plus sign. Then we have a decrement, which is the exact opposite of increment. All right. Then we have the unary negation. Inayo, it returns the negation like a subtraction of something. Then the unary plus, which is like the addition, and then we have the exponential operation in like setting a value to the power of something. All right. Kwa hesabu unapanga, you can set 2 raised to power 2. There's a way you do it in JavaScript, in maths, but in JavaScript, there are 2 stars, right, to raise a number, a base, to certain value, right? So yeah, that is it with arithmetic operators. You want to be using a lot of these when you are writing a typical JavaScript code, but whenever you need an advanced feature, you'll find yourself making good use of this every time. So we proceed to bitwise operator. Now this one is especially when you are making conditional, you are writing conditional code. For example, for a typical website, if you are logged in, you are going to have a different user experience. The web pages in utakuwa unaona are different from those that unauthenticated users are going to see. So kama you are not logged in, probably you are going to be greeted with a login screen. All right. Once you log in, probably you find yourself on the home page. So you are doing this conditionally, and you are going to need these bitwise operators. All right. But we are going to look to have a good grasp of this later on when we will be looking at if statements and classes, functions, and that kind of stuff. But to have an overview of it, let's see bitwise end. The bitwise end unazaandika as A and B, which means in a return one of the 2, one in each bit position for which corresponding bits of both operands are ones. Right? Hiyo ni kumaanisha if A is available, show B. Like a logged in user, kama ako logged in and you have their data in the database, probably an e-commerce website, unahitaji if their last web page ilikuwa the checkout page, show them the checkout page, or kama the last page he or she visited ilikuwa home page, show him or her home page. Okay, then we have A or B. Yeah, this one means or. We have and or. Then we have this one right here, XOR returns a 0 in each bit position for which the corresponding bits are the same. All right, but you'll have a better understanding of this later on. Sikuwe na wasiwasi. Then we have this sign right here, not mention the exact opposite of the previous 3 that we discussed right here. Then we have left shift, which in a binary representation, B bits to the left, shifting in zeros from the right. Right? And we have to less sometimes signs right there. Then the sign propagating right shift is the exact opposite of left shift. And then we have zero fill right shift. All right. Yeah, you have a better understanding of this later on. It's going to wasiwasi when you have maybe looking at classes, functions, and objects. Yeah, the other data type. We have the primitives and the reference types. The reference types will come later on. I will give more detailed examples when we'll be looking at that. Then we have string operators. Now, in addition to comparison operators, which can be used on string values, the concatenation operator, the plus sign, concatenate. Hii vocabulary isiwashtue. Hii concatenation inamaanisha kujoin. Suppose we have two values. Let me demonstrate this. You have two values. We have two values, A plus B. Now this is concatenation in JavaScript, right? Concatenation, you are going to come across this word mara mingi sana. So just bear in mind next time that addition, joining two variables, that is concatenation. So a string operator concatenates two string values, just like we did previously. If I can get the previous station. But this is a concatenation of the variables right here. We are joining them. Okay, we are joining them right here, and we can set these results. This concatenation string operator. Then we have the unary operators, which is like more of the include of delete, type of, void. These are exclusive keywords. And one thing you need to know about variables, one rule of naming variables, you are not supposed to use keywords which have been reserved by JavaScript. Kama hapa, if you try to use something like naming a variable like type of, to get a red underline kumaanisha umekosea. This is a reserved keyword. You're not supposed to use it to name variables. Okay. So that is one thing you need to know about variables. Then we have delete, which is a keyword as well, a reserved keyword, and void, which have got specific purpose in your syntax. Then we have logical operators. I hope tuko pamoja mpaka hapo. Let me get a verbal yes.
Yes.
Sawa sawa. So we have a logical operator, and so it's all about logic here, and it is typically going to use Boolean values, right? So this is like more advanced way of using bitwise operators. Ona kama ni bitwise or, we only have this one sign right here, this operator right here. But ukikuja kwa logical operators, we have the two of them, alright, which returns an expression which can be converted to true, and they are used with Boolean values. So that is it with logical operators. We are going to see more of these when we be looking at functions, arrays, objects, and classes. Then we have comparison operators, right? Now, after assignment and math operators, the third set of operators is comparison operators. They can be used to compare two numbers, all right? We have less than, minus. Let us see this in action. So we declare a variable, so number one, so something variable. Set this to something like 30. Then we want to do a comparison of the two values, just like we did before, using the comparison operators. Yeah, we did something like this. Cosine equal sign if they are numbers are equal. Now this is wrong. Hakuna venye that inaweza kuwa 20. But if hizo namba mbili zingekuwa the same, it would have been yeah, right, setting it this way. So we looked, we went into detail with the comparison operators, but just an overview. Then yeah, I guess kama kuna any question, just turn your mic on, alafu uulize, don't be afraid of anything. Then yeah, we can proceed to precedence rules kama kuna swali. Kama kuna swali yote mpaka hapo. Sawa sawa. So the precedence rules, these are the rules which determine what operations are executed first, which need to wait, right? Some operations have more precedence than the others. The precedence rules are listed in this table. Yeah, this is more of like board mass or hesabu. If you are having a complex computation, you have to like define the rules. Which one is going to be computed first, right? Like in kama board mass, it is more of yeah, precedence rules. So this is like let me initialize another variable illustration. 3, we set it to something like 40, and yeah, we are doing an operation here. So let us say that result say number one, kama board mass, like the rules of board mass zinachukua. We used to have brackets first, off for multiplication, division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So the same way, if you want to, there's no way you can have an addition before a multiplication. So if you are doing a computation and you are going to have a multiplication and an addition, it would be best practice to do something like a multiplication first, then number 2, addition. Yeah, that is a minus sign, and it's number 3 or plus number 3. It would be logical to put it that way. So log the result. So log result. Let's run this one. Get something on there. Yeah, let me save these. See, we get an output right here. You have 640 right here. Yeah. Or alternatively, you can do it in your terminal. Okay. So we proceed to conditionals. Yeah, this is where you are writing code and you want to set conditions. So I could say if the loop, let's do something interesting right here. Suppose we have a web application have a user, right? Set it to undefined. We want to say if the user, we have a user, right? We want to do something interesting. Maybe show them something, or probably the home page, or if it is a student portal, we want to show them their school fees balance and that kind of stuff. So if you have the user, let us do something as simple as console log their name. Console log their name. We say console log their name, right? But this is conditional rendering, or you're setting conditions with your JavaScript, right? If we have a user, we are going to have that. But if we don't have a user, we can have something like else. If we don't have a user, which is the opposite of if, like the opposite of what we thought we were looking for. We need to show them something else, right? Maybe we can alert them to log in, right? So this is conditional rendering, guys. So let us have this running it in the console, so that we can have so if we have a user, let's set it to true. We have a user which we are setting it to true. We want to console log something. Even have the name. We set it to in. You are logged in, right? So you can see on the console, we have this message: you are logged in, because we set the user to true. What if we set it to false? Alert, right? Telling us to log in. So that is conditionals in inertia. So that is it, unless you have any question, right? So if you see, like every web application, it has this kind of syntax running under the hood. You have these conditions determining whether a user have done something or not. JavaScript is all about behavior. HTML is all about the structure and the content, right? And the CSS is for styling. Yeah, that is JavaScript is really powerful. It brings interactivity within web applications. Yeah, a web application, I mean a simple website without JavaScript is really boring. There's no interactivity, it's just the content and the structure and some fancy themes and that kind of stuff. But with JavaScript, you get all these features. Unless kuna swali yote, feel free kuuliza swali sasa.
Online. Hello, Victor. I was asking if you could mind to share the notes that you are using, maybe through the WhatsApp. Yeah.
No issue. I'll be sharing the notes like right away. Yeah, no problem about that. Nita notes. Any other question?
On the basis of the, let me say, what do you prefer we use? Because I thought like we could go together. So I was thinking like if we could use, let us all be using maybe the VS Code, or do you think a variety of would favor us?
Yeah, good question. VS Code is really popular code editor. I guess most programmers nowadays use VS Code. It has a lot of extension, a lot of community support. So yeah, VS Code. I can't recommend VS Code enough. Yeah, lakini others can do. Kama una prefer Sublime, yeah, it is a matter of preference here, but VS Code is by far my favorite. Yeah.
Okay, thanks. That's that. No, I had only those for the moment.
Okay. Kuna swali ingine? Yeah, and one thing you need to know about JavaScript, as I told you, it is widely used. You can learn JavaScript and be full stack. Kumaanisha you can build front-end applications and back-end applications. With JavaScript, you can also build cross-platform mobile apps and run both on Android and iOS. So JavaScript ni really robust. Yeah, Shabir, uko na swali. Go ahead. Yeah, can see your hand is up. Kuna swali? Yeah, just turn your mic on. Siogope.
Hello, Victor.
Hey, hello.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you going to assign any task after this session?
Task? Yeah. Interesting question. I think I should be leaving with you something so that you can be engaged until next week. So that
So what kind of task it could be? Like it will cover all the basics.
yeah, probably an assignment that touches on what we have discussed today. Yeah, I will be forwarding you some assignments after this, probably.
Yeah, sure. Looking forward to that.
All right.
Question.
Okay, go ahead.
Actually, according to what you have said, according to what you have said concerning JavaScript,
Yeah.
is it somehow similar to Python?
Yeah, it is similar in a lot of ways. Although JavaScript, it runs in the previously it used to run in the browser. Nowadays, due to a lot of community support, it can run in the server. So you find that you can build some robust backend system with JavaScript, just like Python. Python unaweza fanya, yeah, you can do so with Django, which is a Python framework. Then you can, with JavaScript, just like Python, you can do data science, machine learning. JavaScript offers you all those privileges.
But you can't use just JavaScript in programming.
Kutumia JavaScript in programming aje? Do you expert on that?
Like, let's say AI.
AI.
Yes, AI.
You can actually, for web applications. TikTok is a mobile app that use a lot of artificial intelligence to render content to the users. That's why it is very addictive. For web applications, we have a TikTok website.
Okay.
Yeah, it is having AI, artificial intelligence, within the code, although it is not as advanced as Python.
Okay, thank you.
Any other question? Jeff, our host, do you have anything possibly?
Hello, Victor. Yes, I want to answer someone there. Eric is asking when we will be having the sessions. Just to, I don't think that Jeff is around. If in case he's not around, just to answer him, we are having the sessions on Wednesday for JavaScript and on Thursday for Python. Yes, there are 2 sessions in a week as per now.
Yeah, for
Okay,
those
thank you.
yeah.
Maybe to clarify on something else. Yeah, as Joseph has said, so for Wednesdays from 8 p.m. to 10 p.m. East African time, we'll be having the JavaScript classes. Then on Thursdays, the same time, we'll be having Python classes. Then on the question, was it Shabir? She was inquiring if we'll be giving some assignments or some work after every session. Yeah, I think I shared that through the emails of everyone, every applicant that will be writing articles, then also will be doing some work, code. So you are supposed to be having a GitHub account whereby you'll be pushing your code over there. Then we'll be sharing a form that will be used to submit those assignments. So one will be required to be writing an article, will be given the title through the groups, and will also be given some task or a problem to solve through code. Then once you've done both, you'll share the links through the form that will be sharing through that, the WhatsApp group and the Slack channel. If you've not joined, if you click on the meeting description, you'll find a section that has all the links, the LinkedIn, our link to Slack, WhatsApp group, Facebook, Twitter, all those accounts. You'll find the link to. Any other question? It's clear.
Mine is not a question, it's just a request. I'm requesting if you can share the recording of this session.
Okay, that we'll do that. We'll upload it actually to our YouTube channel. Then we'll share the link.
Okay,
We'll share
thanks.
the link. Okay. Another question? You can always, I was requesting before the meeting began that you join to stay updated. Then you can also follow us on those social accounts, the LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter. Like when you write an article, maybe you publish it, maybe you can tag us as you share them through those accounts. I think that will be okay. And maybe I can reshare them to the chat so that everyone can access them. Meanwhile, another question, maybe for Victor or me or Joseph, any question?
Yes, good evening again. Just to clarify on what I've sent on the chat, please come with questions. The more questions you ask, the more you understand. So, and also, if you come in time, programming unlike any other unit, it's like mathematics. If you join late and you find people have already started, catching up will be kind of difficult. And especially if we are using maybe we are using the terminal, or if you're using the terminal, the terminal space is normally small. Maybe he has coded 3 pages. He won't scroll back to so that you can catch up with the rest. So kindly, if you can just join on time, it will be best for you so that you can catch up. Especially if you're first time coding, it will be best that you come on time. Also come with questions, and also try to follow up and ask questions penye unaona umekwama. So it's good to ask questions. Yes, thank you, and that's all I have for today.
And to add on something, you can't run JavaScript as a standalone language. You need to go through the basics of HTML and CSS so that it would be easier working with JavaScript. As I told you, JavaScript runs in the browser. The browser will be having HTML content. So it would be easier for you if you understand the basics of HTML. Yeah, thank you. Any other question? If you don't have any question necessarily, you could maybe a comment, a request, anything. Feel free to do so.
Vote of appreciation or anything you would like to say to Victor for that wonderful lesson. Okay, it seems everyone is okay now. Okay. So we'll be sharing those questions this week because we'll be having JavaScript 5 weeks. Then we'll also be having Python every Thursday, same time. So if you enrolled for the 2 units, if you enroll for both Python and JavaScript, then you will be joining on Wednesdays and Thursdays at the same time. But there will be assignment for both. Assignment for both. So okay, thank you, thank you. I'm grateful you joined. Maybe next time you can come with friends.
Next time you can come with friends.
Yeah, you can wait to invite
Excuse
friends.
me,
You can wait
Victor.
to invite friends.
Excuse me, Victor Jeff.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was requesting if you can add. I have a friend of mine who wanted to join the group, but he wanted to know how he can be added so that he can get the links to the meetings.
Okay, I think I can address that. Okay,
I think I can address that. Okay,
What? Okay, what I was saying. Okay, what he or she can do, I'll be sharing the form that was used by everyone to apply for this training. So I'll share that form. You'll share with him or her. Then she will fill that form or apply. Then also I'll share the link, Slack channel, all the accounts that we'll be using for communication so that she or he may stay updated. Is that okay, Michael?
Yeah, that's better. Thank you.
Joseph, do you have something maybe to add? Maybe you can talk. Hello, Joseph. If you maybe have something you'd like to add before we have our meeting.
No, just to say,
It seems today we are going to end the
happy
meeting.
learning. Let's meet tomorrow for Python, and let's keep on having the same passion. Yeah, yeah, to learn. Yes, have a nice evening.
Okay, thank you. Nothing, Victor.
Nothing really. Just wish you good night.
Okay, thank you. So let me take this chance maybe to thank Victor for the wonderful presentation. We've learned a lot. I believe everyone have learned something new. Or is there anyone who just the way he came? I don't know how it is pronounced, okay? But we've really learned a lot from what he's shared with us. So we are looking forward to you guys joining us tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll be having a Python session from 8 to 10, same time, but will be on Thursdays. So Python, if you enroll for Python, we expect that maybe you join us tomorrow. We'll be starting very early. It will be from 8 up to 10. Yeah, probably I estimated that maybe this will end at 10, but thanks to Victor for making it end earlier. So you guys can maybe internalize or try to digest the content that you've learned. I'm grateful, Victor. So thank you a lot. So guys, also thank you for joining. Let's grow, like we invite your friends so we be like a team. You can also support us by bringing more people so we be like a community. Okay. Yeah, anyone who is joining us, maybe you are not from Kenya anywhere. Oh, so we are all from Kenya. Oh, George, you just joined now. Maybe anything maybe you would like to say or share? And George is one of our tech team. Thank you guys for joining. I was logged out. Okay, so let's meet another time. Okay. Let's meet another time tomorrow, Tuesday, based on the program. So see you later.